Welcome back to the Tinkerage. It's been a while. I'm not going to go into reasons for that, but what I thought I'd do today is, like a number of people, just take part in Mayformakers. If you're not sure what that is, on Instagram, a husband and wife team of makers that go under the moniker of PL Smith, which is Priscilla and Luke Smith, set up a Mayformakers Instagram with 31 prompts for 31 days of May, which people have been putting up steadily. Now, I've not taken part in that, but I saw this morning on YouTube, Phil from Phil Makes Things did a quick, let's go through the 31 days in 3 minutes. And so I thought I'd see whether I could come up with something just as quick. Well, I'll just spend a minute just saying hello. So I've written down kind of sort of the prompts and my answers, so hopefully it'll be nice and quick. So first one, that was just introduction. Well, my name's Andy and this is Tinkerage and Tales from Tinkerage, and I guess the second day was a workspace. Well, I'm in it. This is the Tinkerage. Yeah, not very big. You can see my videos about the Tinkerage in more detail if you would like. Recent project. Currently working on some shelves, a shelving piece. So there's some shelves here, a couple of shapes here. I'm not going to explain the details of that shape right now, but it should be nice and interesting. Hopefully there'll be a video for that, but still a bit way off. Proudest piece, I'll stick a picture up when I edit this. It's carved fish. Actually, probably any of my carvings. Look on my Instagram and see some of the carvings that I've done there, and books. I'm generally equally proud of all the pieces that I do. Quick tip, that was day 5. Buy the best tools that you can afford. Don't skimp on tools if you can help it. How I learned? I started learning stuff from my dad when I was a kid. Books, nowadays the internet, and mostly trial and error. A lot of trial and error. Let's have a look. Things not yet explored. Welding. Got given a couple of welders down there last year, and I still haven't tried them. Sorry, Jim. What's on my table? Well, a lot of things. New track saw. Hopefully, be a video about that soon. Still working on, and I'll come back to that. I think another one, the 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Just so much stuff on my desk, and that's just in here. Never mind the desk in the house. Inspiration. Oh crikey! I want to keep this short. If I start talking about inspiration, then it's yeah, the makers, things around me, nature, the world, everything. I'll leave it at that. Oldest tool. Well, I've got a jug of tools over here, which there's a roll of hand paper. So the jug of tools down here. So I don't think there's anything in there that's less than 60 years old. Somewhere I have a clasp knife that belonged to my grandfather on my father's side. So that is probably over 100 years old. Shop company, well, sometimes the dog comes in, but it's such a small space, I normally try and kick her out because I'm just going to step on her paws and things like that. So I don't really like that. I listen to podcasts, and I do have some music as well. Occasionally one of the kids will come in and help with things. Well, I'm not making, well, watching YouTube. Listening to podcasts, working, walking the dog, cooking, running a household, lots of other things. PPE, yeah. PPE's over here and here. This is my PPE door and my spirit level and brush and bungees. I've got damaged hearing. My lungs are not the best. I've had all sorts of issues. My back is wrecked. and yeah, PP, you don't not use it. It's just not worth it. Preferred material, I guess wood, paper. I've been trying to get into bookbinding for the last year. I do like doing things with metal and plastic and basically anything that's free or cheap. I think it's probably the best way of putting that. But I do like wood, you particularly. Planning process. Well, if I kind of planning process, it's paper, graph paper in particular. I do like working on graph paper. Maybe it's because I used to be a science teacher. Motivation. That's the tough one actually. Sometimes I lose it a lot. It's one of the reasons why there haven't been any videos lately. But yeah, it's rather variable. It comes and goes. If I can find a good answer to that, then yeah, sort that out. ADC, everyday carry. I did do a video about that. But let's have a look. There's most of my EDC. Key, Swiss Army knife, torch, and in my other pocket I've got, just like I always carry, a few dog poo bags and a watch and my phone, which of course is here I'm using. How do I market? I have sold a few things. It's mostly been by word of mouth around and about the kind of village where I live in. I'm working on a website. I don't know how well I'm going to be good at marketing. I find selling myself a difficult thing to do. On the wall, tools everywhere. I'd love to have a sticker wall. I've got a stack of stickers in a box in the house, and I'd love to put them up somewhere. And I know people have said the ceiling, but there's not a lot of space on the ceiling either. So one day, but yeah, it's tools mostly. In-house bookshelves. I mean, we do have pictures, but yeah, I'm sticking kind of the maker thing at the moment. Just for you was day 20. I just don't know. I don't. I guess watching YouTube and Instagram is the stuff for me. My most interesting tool, shouldn't that be just pencil and paper? I think. I do have a few exotic tools. I've got a few tools that I'm not quite sure there. I've got wire wrapping tools and router. I found routers quite interesting. Let's have a look. Where do we get to? So day 22, shop organisation. Well, yeah, you've got to be organised in a shop this small. I've still got too much junk. I need to get rid of some, and I'm not overly happy with all the things that I did last year, the organisation. And there's little things like at the moment where I have my flex shaft for the die grinder. It makes it tricky to open that set of drawers. So continuous work in progress, and as you've already seen, there's a lot of mess in here. Advice: keep learning, find your community, and improvise, adapt, overcome, and write things down. You can't say more. Day 24 was work in progress. Well, I've got those shells back there, and still working on it. Sorry, folks. It's a long time coming, and I pick it up every now and again. I do a little bit. I'm just not sure it's right. And that bugs me, and that slows me down. Lesson learned. Oh, crikey! I could write essays on this. I'll give you two. One, don't mess your back up. Get help. Do things in smaller steps, whatever. But once it's done, it's too late. It's too late for mine. But on a making point of view, perhaps done is better than perfect. That's one I struggle with a lot, but it's a good lesson. So day 26, desired tool. That's a long list indeed. I'd really like to do some wood turning. Don't really have the space, and certainly don't have the money for a lathe. I'd really like to do some metal turning and maybe milling. Again, don't have the money, don't have the space. I'd love a CNC. I think particularly I struggle sometimes with working over things, so having a CNC could reduce some of that. So I really like that, and maybe a laser. A Cricut, yeah, particularly for like with the bookbinding, some of the bookbinding tools that would be really useful too, like a board cutter. I really don't have space for one of those because they tend to be huge. But I've struggled with some of the larger sheets of cardboard trying to sort of cut them. Never mind, I need a new drill. Drill's packing up, and the list could be endless. Day 27 was a challenging project. Every project has its challenges. Is it worth doing a project that doesn't have its challenges? I tried to learn so many new skills. That giveaway spoon is bugging me and causing a lot of challenge. My favourite finish, I don't use a huge variety of finishes. Boiled linseed oil is probably one of them, particularly on the U. Very, very nice and fairly easy to use. 5 years. Oh, crikey, 5 years. My kids will have left school and I'll be leaving school, left school a few years yet. No, they'll have left school. I'd like space. I don't know where we'll be. I don't know if we'll still be here, but I'd like more space. I really don't know. I mean, let's face it, 5 years ago, you thought that we would all be cooped up at home in lockdown. Day 30, which was the kind of last day of the main bit, but there were 31 under that. Make a shout out. There's too many to mention on that. Where do you start? There's so many great makers. Get on Instagram, get on YouTube. There's hundreds and hundreds, and there's so many. I don't want to start naming names. I'm sure Jimmy DeRess has been called out, and Bob Claggett called out for this a stack of times. In the UK, people like Prickly Sauce, Blind Woodturner, uh, Nate from Simply on Nate on Instagram. I don't. No, I'm not going to say any more. Day 31 was Maker Camp. Maker Camp. That's an American thing. I'd love to be going there. I'd love to go to America one day when maybe riots are over and people are getting on a bit better and visit. There's so many Americans that I call friends and would like to visit. I guess Maker Camp in the UK is a bit Maker Central. It's just possibly not going to happen this year. And yeah, we will all understand why that's going to be, but I'd love to meet up with some Maker friends again. So yeah, I think Maker Camp, I hope some sort of thing is going to happen and every year, and people keep meeting up. Okay, bit rough and ready, and the last minute I didn't take part in over the course of the month. I hope maybe you've learned something a little bit more, and who knows. Hopefully some more videos out soon, and we'll just go from there. So thanks for watching. As usual, click like, subscribe if you haven't already, and see you again soon. Bye for now.